guys, this is GrievousIsAHero, the factual Clone Wars, and today on this Clone Wars Explained video, we're going to be talking about just because somebody calls you a villain or a hero doesn't mean that you are. And we're going to be diving into the hard cold facts about this. But as you already know, Grievous is a hero in Star Wars The Clone Wars, and that has always been proven as a fact, and I know you guys love when I say that. And we're going to be diving into the facts about this whole subject of just because you call somebody that doesn't mean that it's true. And we're going to be diving into this because, like I said, just because you call somebody a villain or a hero doesn't make it fact, doesn't make it true. Just because Dave Filoni tries to call Grievous a, in quotation, villain, doesn't mean Grievous is a villain. It doesn't mean that he is a villain. Like I said, Grievous is a hero, and that's a fact. Just because somebody says that someone's a villain doesn't mean they are. That would be like basically me saying, oh, you're a villain, but then you're really not. You're actually a good person. That's basically, like I said, that's basically what the Jedi do. The Jedi are calling Grievous a monster and stuff, but Grievous knows he's not a monster. But what does Grievous do? Grievous doesn't sit here and respond back to every single insult he gets. He could basically come out here and say every time, no, I am a hero. I am not a villain. He could basically say that every single time. I'm not a monster. I'm not a murderer. He could say all that. Well, he did clear up his murderer situation. Like I said, check that video out. Grievous is a hero. He's not a murderer. He did clear that up with Ethel villain. But like I said, Grievous can sit here and basically just retort and say he's a hero every single time. Like I said, but he doesn't not have to because he knows he's a hero. He knows he's right. And he hates when people try to call him a villain because he knows he's not a villain. He can just sit here and retort all day, but he doesn't have to because Grievous knows that he is a hero. And that's what I mean. Just because somebody calls you a villain doesn't mean that you are, or just because somebody calls you a hero doesn't mean that that is either. That doesn't work. That's not how the real world works, and that's not how the Star Wars world works either. If you're just somebody calling somebody thing, then that doesn't mean that, oh, they are. Just because Dave Filoni said, oh, Grievous is some, in quotation, villain, doesn't mean Grievous is actually a villain. His heroic goals don't mesh up with the word villain. That's not the word villain. That's not the definition of villain. That's the definition of a hero. Grievous's heroic actions are the definition of a hero. So like I said, that doesn't mean that. The Jedi's evil actions don't match up with the definition of heroic. They don't. They match up with the definition of evil. So stop trying to call them heroes when they're actually evil and villains. So that's all General Grievous Hero, the factual Clone Wars, has to say is, just because somebody calls you something doesn't mean you are. And that's all General Grievous Hero, the factual Clone Wars, has to say about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, share if you're new, and you already know General Grievous Hero, the factual Clone Wars' famous heroic quote, "I've been looking forward to meeting you, and you know I am a hero, and you know I'm a misunderstood hero, so stop calling me a villain." That's all, my friends. Grievous is a hero. That's a fact.
I am a hero of two wars, Jedi. The first for my home world. The second for the galaxy.
Your place is Dooku's errand boy.
I'm no errand boy. I am a hero of two wars, Jedi. The first for my home world. The second for the galaxy.